Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about the resort that I just stayed at in Panama, RIU Playa Blanca. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, like I said, it's in Panama. We stayed here in September of 2023, and I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on the resort after staying there and help you make your decision on if you want to go there too. So anyways, first of all, let's talk about the location. It's pretty far, to be honest with you. So we flew into Panama City and had a shuttle that was going to take us to our resort. I was a little annoyed because we had to sit there for an hour waiting for one other person that was supposed to ride with us that never showed. So we sat around for an hour and then left to go to the resort. And there is a ton of construction and traffic. It took us 3 hours to get to the resort. So after being on a plane all day and then waiting an hour for the shuttle and then a 3-hour ride to the resort. So it is very far from everything. So that was one of the downsides to it. It was really pretty, the area that we were in, but like I said, it's just really far from everything, especially if you want to do some excursions. A lot of this stuff is in Panama City. So the good thing about it though, our shuttle driver was really cool and he stopped at a store for us and let us get some snacks and drinks. So we had alcohol and snacks for our 3-hour drive, and then stopped for us to go to the bathroom too. So that was cool, but still very far away. Once we got there, the check-in really smooth, very nice. They speak English. Not everyone does, but for the most part, if you speak English, you can get around here. And they do have Wi-Fi, so you can always use Google Translate if you need to. Yeah, we checked in, got our rooms right away, and there was a group of 6 of us, so we had 2 rooms, 3 people in a room, and we were given 2 rooms right next to each other, which was great. They were on the 6th floor. Well, me and the 2 other girls that was in the room with me, we get to our room, and we weren't very happy with it, to put it nicely. I don't know if it was this particular room or what, but it kind of started off on a bad foot for us because there were ants everywhere. They had left out like some, which was nice of them, they left out some like snacks, like some cakes and stuff on the dresser for us, but they were covered in ants everywhere. There was ants crawling all over the bed, all up the walls, all on the ceiling. Well, and then we were a little concerned because the beds are tiny. They're not queen size beds. I think they were full size beds, and you know, we're grown adults, so to try to have, well, there's 3 of us in a room, so one of us would have had a bed to ourselves, and then 2 of us would have had to share one of these tiny beds, and I don't know if we'd be able to fit, honestly. But then the other 3 girls who were with us in the room next to us, they had 3 beds in their rooms, so we were a little confused on why they had 3 beds and we didn't. That was a little rough start for us there, so we got that situated. We got a new room, thankfully. They said they'd find us a 3rd bed, which all of them were being used at the time, so they said if they couldn't find us a 3rd bed, then they would give us a 3rd room, so we would be able to all sleep comfortably. In the end, they did find us a 3rd bed, which ended up being broken, so we had to ask for a whole new bed the next day. I also had a little, I don't know if I would call it a complaint, but maybe it's a complaint. I mean, so the housekeeping ladies, they were really nice, but I don't know what they were doing. So we had 3 beds, and they would make 1 bed and then just throw the blankets over the other 2, which was a little weird. And then there was 3 of us, but they only ever left 2 towels. There was one day they took all our towels and then didn't leave us any towels. So every single day we constantly had to ask for towels. They barely emptied our trash. We had to ask for toilet paper all the time. The minibar was supposed to be restocked every 2 days. We were there for 6 and it was never restocked. So yeah, that was a little frustrating to have to keep asking for towels and toilet paper. Like, those are necessities that I feel like should always be in the room. Maybe I'm just spoiled, but I don't think that's so much to ask to have a towel and some toilet paper. But like I said, they were really nice, and I feel bad kind of complaining about it, but at the same time, it was, you know, our experience, and I just want to share the truth on our experience of staying at this resort. Next up, so the food and the drink, really good. I don't really have any complaints about any of it, really. It was good. There were There's an Italian restaurant, an Asian restaurant, the buffet, and then a steakhouse. I would say my favorite was the Asian restaurant. I'm sorry, I don't remember the names of the restaurants. But yeah, I really liked the Asian restaurant. We ate there twice. And like, I'm not a big sushi person, but the sushi was good. So when you first go into the restaurants, they bring you appetizers and then you pick like your main meals, your desserts. We got sushi, and then they had crab ragoons, I think they were. I can't remember what I ordered. I have like pictures and videos of the food, so I'll like insert clips in here. But yeah, it was very good. The Italian restaurant, we had that our first night, and I think I had lasagna. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I don't know if it was just, maybe if I would have ordered something differently, I would have liked it better, but I would say that was probably my least favorite restaurant out of all of them. The steakhouse, I got a burger, and that was decent. The French fries were really good. The buffet, we had that for breakfast and lunch every day, and then I think we had it for dinner 1 or 2 nights, and no complaints. Everything that I had was good. They had a big selection of things. All the bars, the bartenders were great and made really good drinks. No complaints there. Overall, food and drink, good. So the pools, there were 4 pools? 4 pools. One of them adults only, which also had the swim up bar. I will say the signage for the adults only pool is just this tiny little sign up by the bar, so half the people didn't even know it was adults only. There was constantly kids trying to jump in it, running around. So if you're looking for like a kid-free area, it's, even though it's adults only, it's really still kind of not. They did have one pool that had like slides in it for the kids. There's one that was more of like the like entertainment pool, so they always had stuff going on. We stayed at the adults only pool, so I can't really comment on the other pools, but they seemed fine. Just very busy. There's a lot of kids there during our stay. I don't know if there was some kind of like holiday break from the schools at that time, but yeah, there was a lot of kids. The beach area, very big and nice. They've got chairs, not associated with the resort, but they have some like vendors that have little shops set up every morning, and they actually have decent prices, like magnets for $1. They have like bags for like $5, hats, dresses, you know, just your typical souvenirs. They also have guys with horses that try to get you to ride them, so just be aware of that. Nice. It is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting this, but like their sand is kind of black. It's like a, not all black, but it has black in it, so I thought it was kind of cool. It looked shiny, so I think I got some clips of that I can put in here. It looked really cool. So, entertainment. There was nightly entertainment, and like I said, I believe there's entertainment at the pool throughout the day, like volleyball, whatever, I don't know, because we didn't partake in it, but every night they had, you know, like their stage where they had all the chairs set up and they would do entertainment. We never actually saw the adults entertainment. We only saw like the kids entertainment before the adults entertainment, so can't really comment on how good it was because we were never there for it, but they do have entertainment if that's something you're looking for. And they also have a sports bar, which you can watch games and stuff at, and they have pool tables in there and snacks, so that's another option. If you don't like the entertainment, you can just go play some pool or watch some sport games. So the resort also has, I believe it was 2 stores. So one store that had kind of just things that you might need, it might have forgot, snacks, medicines, cigarettes, you know, those kind of things. And then the other store had souvenirs, which were decently priced. I was surprised because a lot of times when you're buying stuff at a resort, it's very expensive, but I bought my souvenirs there because it was actually cheaper than a souvenir store we went to during our excursion. So onto the excursions. So they do have a booth in like the main lobby where you can book excursions. That a lot of them are in Panama City, so just beware. You're probably going to be driving for 6 hours during that day because 2 to 3 hours there, 2 to 3 hours back, so it's going to be a long day. We did do, well, I did one excursion. Some of the girls I was with did a second one. I just did one. We did the Panama Canal and Monkey Island, which I highly recommend. Totally worth it. It was awesome. We fed monkeys out of our hands. It was so cool. Definitely recommend that, as long as you're cool being in the car for that long, because like I said, I probably would have wanted to do some more things, but with it being so far away, it just, I didn't want to have to spend my whole day in a car. Had we stayed in Panama City, it would have been a lot easier because we would have already been in, you know, the city where most of the activities were. And I think that's kind of it. I think I covered pretty much everything. Would I recommend this hotel? I mean, yeah, it was fine. I probably would have preferred to stay somewhere, like I said, closer to Panama City. But, you know, if you're just looking to kind of hang out at the resort, enjoy the all-inclusive, you know, drinks, food, all of that, then yeah. Our first room kind of made me a little nervous after all the ants and stuff, and then like the housekeeping was a little frustrating, but other than that, it really wasn't that bad. I will say, like, I have stayed at a couple other resorts in this chain, and so far this was probably my least favorite of them all. But it's not to say that I didn't like it, I just preferred the other ones more. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below, because I may have forgot to talk about something. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to comment and I will do the best I can to answer. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!